Welcome along to Film Talk. I'm Richard Edwards, and today we're looking at the upcoming comedy on Amazon Prime, Coming to America. It's a sequel to the 1988 film of a similar name, and also starring, as before, Eddie Murphy, Arseno Hall, and this time directed by Craig Brewer.
Akeem, it appears you have a son who must be found.
Prepare the royal jet. We are going back to America.
Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
Now, Eddie Murphy and Arseno Hall reprise their roles from the original film, as does James Earl Jones. Now, it turns out that at the Kingdom of Zamunda, a female cannot ascend to the throne, and it turns out that the Crown Prince has a son that he didn't know about who's in America, and he's sent by his father back to America in order to re-establish contact with his long-lost son and hopefully build a relationship with him so that he in turn can take over the kingdom. And when Prince Akeem, played by Eddie Murphy, and Semi, played by Arseno Hall, arrive in the US, they track down the long-lost son, who turns out to be a streetwise, very, very street-savvy kid called Lavelle, played by Jermaine Fowler. Now, acting credentials come into play here, and you see both Eddie and Arseno playing multiple characters, as they did before, with tremendous comic effect. When we look at the trailer, we see a very sumptuous kingdom of Zamunda, where Prince Akeem, played by Eddie Murphy, is soon to ascend to the throne. His father, played by James Earl Jones, is not very well and it doesn't have long to live. And it's his father who encourages him to go back to the United States and find that long-lost son. But the kingdom looks very sumptuous, very colourful, great photography. Here's James Earl Jones encouraging him to go back and find, he's got news of this long-lost son, to go back and find him. Eddie Murphy makes that decision, but Semi is not keen. Great cast lineup too when you look at the huge array of big names that are appearing in the film. You've obviously got Eddie Murphy and Arseno Hall, but Jermaine Fowler, as I mentioned, as Lavelle. You've got Leslie Jones, Tracy Morgan, Kiki Lane, Shari Headley, Wesley Snipes makes an appearance, James Earl Jones reprising his role from the previous film. Even Rick Ross himself turns up in the film. In fact, his house, his huge mansion, was used as one of the locations for the film. One of the things that makes Coming to America so special, certainly the first film and what looks like for the second film, is the sheer range of characters that Eddie and Arseno are playing. You know, you've got Mr. Clarence, who owns the barber shop. You've got Reverend Brown, played by Arseno. And so there's quite a lot of characters here. I mean, it's just the sheer vitality of the film comes across.
So what you doing back here, Hotel Rwanda?
Some very sharp wit too. And that's Coming to America, produced by Paramount Pictures, and it was due for release in theatres in 2020. But like a lot of films, unfortunately, due to the pandemic, those release dates kept being postponed, and it got put back all the way to December 2020, and it really wasn't going to get into theatres anytime soon. And so Paramount sold the distribution rights to Amazon Prime Video, and it's being released on the 5th of March 2021 in a few weeks' time, except in countries where they might be able to get a theatrical release. Now, I think Amazon paid something like $125 million for the distribution rights for this film, so they clearly have very high hopes for its appeal and acclaim to the audience. And if the trailer that we've looked at is anything to go by, it looks like an incredibly funny and entertaining film. A very entertaining movie from 1988. This is the sequel. Fingers crossed it's going to be just as funny as before. All the ingredients seem to be there. Great cast, great production values. Looks like it's going to be an amazing film. That's Coming to America 2, starring Eddie Murphy and Arseno Hall, directed by Craig Brewer. A great film, hopefully in the making. If you enjoyed the video, please do subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click that little bell icon so you can get a notification every time we release a new video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.